Fam, thank you for choosing to watch this episode of Mind the Mic podcast. Before we get into it, though, I need you to hit subscribe. And not just me, the whole Mind the Mic podcast family needs you to. Maddie, Uncle Pete, Stu, Leka, and of course myself, Shubz, and anybody else that's on board by the time you watch this video, we need you to hit subscribe. If it's your first time here, I understand if you're a bit reserved and you're like, I don't know, watch the video and after subscribe if you want to. But if you're here and you're watching all the time, subscribe. It's not that hard. All you got to do is, if you're watching on your TV, you're like, I can't subscribe, I don't have an account. You have a phone, don't you? I know you have a phone in your hand right now. Grab the phone, create a YouTube account. It takes a couple minutes, and then you can subscribe. And when you do that too, hit the notification bell so you can get notified every time we put up a new episode. I asked this of you because we put in so much time. We've done hundreds of episodes. We plan on doing thousands more with as many amazing people as we can. But we need you to subscribe, fam. Big love to everybody that's been watching. Big love to everybody that's been supporting and anybody that's just arrived. I hope you enjoy the journey, enjoy the episode, and subscribe. Hey, welcome back to another Mind the Mic podcast, Shubz POV number 7. I didn't even want to do this, to be honest. I was like, to be honest, I was just, I wasn't keen. I was like, meh, I don't feel like recording. I don't feel like talking, which for me is rare because I enjoy conversating. I enjoy listening and also sharing what I learn because then I feel you retain it more. But we here, so yeah. I had like 17 different topics I wanted to talk about, and I tried to narrow down one. The only thing I could really pinpoint like that really stuck out for me, I guess, is my kids. I have 3, if you don't know already. They're only young, still like early school, and the youngest isn't even in school yet. 2 boys, 1 girl. I don't know, having kids is different, especially when you grow up not having your own father and mother, but knowing who they are around that much or that often. I don't know. You sort of think, fuck, like, didn't you love me? That's the kind of thoughts I used to have as a kid. But I realize now they were teenagers, so it's hard for them to be around, right? It's like they don't even understand life themselves. Like I don't even, and I'm 32, I'm still learning, but we're all learning, right? Life's a journey. But yeah, like when you finally have some little ones, you're like, bro, this little dude or this little boy, this little girl, or maybe you have multiple at once, but their life is like, I don't know, just like, how could you not love your child? Yeah. Lucky for me, I mean, they have a great mother. She's awesome. She does awesome for them. I know a lot of kids out there that don't have any mothers or have good mothers at all or good fathers. Sort of sucks though, because anybody could have a kid, right? Anybody can have a kid. Even people that probably don't deserve them. Yeah. Even the cruel shit people do to kids, like starve them, beat them. Even shit like for me, like I've yelled at my kids and I feel bad. You know, still feel bad today. Just yelling is like, yeah. I was talking to a brother of mine earlier, and he was saying that he's trying to unlearn yelling at his kids. Just yelling, but yeah. So I don't know. It's hard when you grow up getting beaten and yelled at, and then you're thinking like, oh, this just the yelling is like, but not for nothing, because like You know, a lot of times I would get, yeah, I would have it all, would get hiding, and you don't even know what it was for. Still don't to this day, 30 years later. Um, yeah, but talking to the brother, and he was saying, bro of mine, he's saying that he's trying to unlearn the yelling at his children, and yeah, I feel for him, man. I can understand because there's heaps of moments, just being honest, where I look back, I'm like, bro, like probably just could have been a bit nicer there. Hey, yeah. To be honest, I sit here and beat myself up about it sometimes, and I'm not someone that tries to dwell too much. I try to just keep moving forward, but when it comes to my kids, and I feel it deep, man. I'm sure anybody out there that's listening can resonate, man. Just yeah, like you don't want to be like, well, I don't anyway. I don't want my kids to be like scared to talk to me because they might get yelled at. You know what I mean? And then people are gonna be like, yeah, but we got bashed, this and that. Yeah, we did, but we don't want to do that either. And obviously there does have to be discipline. What is like life with like people without discipline turn into some weird motherfuckers. But you got to find that balance, right? And also there's a difference between discipline, like I know in this world and day and age, you they can take you to jail if you smack your kids, I think. But I think a smack on the bum or when they've done something wrong, and like especially if they really know, and just a rod of correction, I don't think that's that bad. But even that's pretty hard to do. I don't know. And then I think it depends on the kid. Depends on the kid you have too, eh? Like, so if your kid's pretty defiant, or I guess it's like coaching in a way. Like all the best coaches, and people are like, oh, it's not sports raising a child. Yeah, I know, but you can apply similar principles to how some of the best coaches of all time. Let's just use rugby league for example. Wayne Bennett. A lot of his players, they say he's not a statistician. He doesn't worry about statistics or game plans or anything. His assistant coaches do that, and that's usually the assistant coach's job at that top level. But so Wayne Bennett is not too analytical when it comes to on-field play, but when it comes to home and home life and how you manage that, and like he actually cares about the person and how they're going at home. And he has sayings, and I'm not saying it verbatim, but it's something along the lines of, "I won't treat you all. Oh, I will treat you all fair, but I won't treat you all the same." I think just my little foray into being a parent is definitely learned that you can't treat them all the same because they're different, man. Like fair, and because some you can have like a stern word to, some you can't. They just break down. You gotta approach it differently. Some probably need that. Like I would probably, actually, I was gonna say I probably needed that, like a good. I don't know actually because I didn't really listen either, and I got heaps of cracks. Oh shit, yeah. I wonder what like kind of. Now that I think of it, what do because yeah, I talk to boys and they're like, yeah, man, I never regret my hidings. Like it is what it is, but I don't want to do that to my kids. I don't want to beat them like that. But yeah, I don't know. For myself, I'm just thinking about it. What would be a good way to have disciplined me growing up? Um, Cause bro, like I didn't listen, cause I had the biggest like authority. So what was I gonna say? Complex. Yeah, I was gonna say complexion. Not the complexion. It's like your skin, isn't it? Oh shit. This is another reason why I didn't want to do it. I just feel tired. Not drained, just sleepy. So whatever I ramble on here, just like usual, I don't know where it's gonna go, but or if anyone's gonna listen, but people have been listening, which is crazy. Shout out to everybody that has been listening to my little chats. Some more of the fam will be bringing out some of these, I think, in the future. Also Alexa's been recording a few. We just got to figure it all out, how to get it all over. Yeah, not sure if Mary or even Uncle Pete. Imagine an Uncle Pete POV. That would be pretty cool. Um, yeah. Kids always talking about. Yeah, I just don't know how I would have disciplined. How you could have disciplined me where I would have listened. Like, even if I got beat, I'd still think like, "Fuck you." Even today, like I don't even eat vegetables, man. Like I do not. But I don't eat vegetables because my nan used to just fucking smoke me to eat them, and I was just, bro, I was so defiant that I just wouldn't, and I still don't to this day. Like, don't get me wrong, if it's mixed into food, I'll eat it. But like, if it's like meat, if all the meat's gone and all the, you know what I mean, and all these left is veggies, bruh, miss me with that, cause like I honestly think if there was only veggies left on this planet only, and like no meat, no, you know what I mean, other things, bro, I'm starving, cause I'm dying of starvation. Yeah. And see this like yeah, so like I don't eat them because of how I was treated for not eating them as a child, and I was defiant. Yeah, so I don't know how would I discipline myself. We made it here though, we're still alive. Yeah, no veggies, cuz, but then I say no veggies, but I love watercress. If you know what watercress is, so smash that. 100. Love it. Like I'll have it again if it's mixed into stuff, then yeah. But I'm not like going out of my way to have like a plate of meat, then a plate of salad. Nah, bruss. Put a lettuce in a burger. People be like, "Do you have tomato?" But that's a fruit, isn't it? So, yeah, but I love fruit. Just veggies and me, cuz I'm like Ronnie Coleman without the muscles, cuz no deal. Without the muscles, cuz, and the roids or whatever. Was he on roids? Probably. Haven't really looked into it. I mean, fuck, how do you get that big without them? Hmm. I don't know. I got some homies that be swole ass and they be like, "This is natural." I'll be like, really? Like you ain't got to lie, Craig. I don't give a fuck. Um, yeah. Kids, man. Blessings, bro. Blessings. 100. It's the biggest blessing to have a child. And you may not know the best way to raise them, or you may feel like I feel like I don't even deserve my children, to be honest. Like, yeah, I do feel that way for sure. I know they're just the cutest things I've ever seen, and yeah, I don't know if I just feel like I don't really believe in luck, but I feel like I got lucky having those things, man. Yeah, and I guess a lot of it's on the mother too. Um, you know, and as I said, she's done awesome with them, and shout out to her parents as well, being very supportive of the children and the upbringing. My father lives in the same city, but hardly see him. Love the bloke, and hey, he could even be watching right now. Shout out to you, Dad. But yeah, I guess you got to make the effort, right? Otherwise, it's just the same as when I grew up. You can use him being a teenager for me when I was a child, but once you have grandchildren, mokopuna, as we say in Maori, mokos, mokopuna, once you have those, man, and especially if you live by them, I think you just got to pull a finger and make the effort, cause if you don't, eventually they're not gonna know who the fuck you are, and it's not gonna be it's not gonna be anyone else's fault but yourself. Yeah, it's not a dig at my dad either. It's just facts, you know. If he was around a lot, like they love their mothers, parents, and because they've been there all their lives. Yeah, we might not see the eye to eye a lot of times, but they're good grandparents, man, and obviously good parents. And in a lot of ways, are probably I won't say envious. No, maybe I am. Probably envious of like that my children's mother have. She's been able to have that kind of solid foundation because I didn't have it. You know what I mean? Like, and I honestly thought as a child, if I didn't know, because I knew my parents, I literally knew them. They just didn't raise me because they were young, and then I sort of my mum didn't. I don't know. My mum and dad didn't sort of get along, and I was born a long way away from him. And then he says he tried to have me, and but then my mum wouldn't let him, and then my mum had me taken off her when I was only little. And yeah, I was raised with my grandparents on my mum's side, and then all over the place really. But that's what I was saying. Like I don't really. I used to hold a grudge when I was a child against my dad because I would see my mum a lot more. So even though I didn't see her as much, I seen her a lot more than my dad, but I didn't see her as much as my grandparents or that. And but my dad was a lot of time on the phone, and I don't know. For me, I just felt like he was in Australia since I was like 5, 4, and I just felt like, bro, you just like chase pussy to Australia because he did. He chased my stepmom to Australia, and that's all I like. And then I'd get here, and I would hear from girls that or girls that he had been with or ladies that you know your dad loves you and he always talk about you. I'm thinking in my head, bro, like, and then I'd get like a lot of gifts from him through the mail, but all I wanted was fucking time, cuz. And by the time I got to live with him, I already had my own opinions formed on the world. And I was like, fuck you, you ain't telling me what to do, cuz. It's too late. But I hope he fucking, while my kids are still young, makes an effort and not just leaves it up to me. Yeah, because if it's just up to me, then I don't know. I think what's the point? You know what I mean? Like, yeah. I will say though, he does have a couple of younger kids that he looks after. My brother and sister, and he does awesome with them. You know, he has them one like every second week fully. But yeah, at the same time though, my kids ain't missing out. They're happy. They're safe. They're fed. They're beautiful. Um, with a loving family, thanks to their mother. And yeah, it's cool being a parent, eh? Even if, like, sucks to miss out on things, obviously, with your kids. Being parents, we can't always see everything, but bruh, what a blessing, man. When my son was born, my oldest, I just felt like mad fear. Like, and I never feel fear in my fucking life ever. I'm, I'm not afraid of anything. Um, but when he was born, I was like, fuck, that's just scary. Like, is he like, I'm responsible for that man for the rest of my life, like for the rest of his life, sir, or rest of my life, yeah. Like, man, I probably haven't even done the best job either. Not even probably, I haven't. You know what I mean? I can always do better. Yeah, and he's so loving, man. My oldest, he's such a special boy, man. Like, just a heart of gold, bruh. And he's a man. Um, yeah, he feels everything. Like, if you raise your voice, he's like, "Are you okay, Dad?" And I think about those times, and I'm like, bro, like he'll calm me, like when I'm like getting too loud, but like I just think, my poor boy, Like when I sit here and I know I'm not perfect and I know but like, bruh, I never want my kids to be scared of me. And that's why my bro, who I talked to earlier today, when he said that he's trying not to yell, that really resonated with me because I hope I'm that way too. Because I know there's been times where I haven't fucking been, man. And not that I've fucking beaten them or anything like that, just the yelling. Because when I yell, I'm pretty loud. And I know that. I'm loud in general. But I guess if you were someone who's not used to loud, you'd be probably scared. But like to think that, like, I don't know, my children would feel that, and or that I would could make them feel that way, scared, or like, or my son have to be like, it's okay, Dad. Sucks balls. Fuck life, man. Life's a journey, huh? Yeah, I don't know. That's what all I wanted to come on and, well, it's like I said at the start, I didn't even want to talk. I didn't want to get on, but just got to keep showing up and say what's on our minds. And I made these slots to share these thoughts at this time, so may as well continue doing it and keep them going. Yeah, appreciate everybody that's been listening. There's a couple of brands that have been coming our way to possibly link up and do some stuff with, ones that I feel align with what we do too. So, because it has to be right? There's been a few even in the beginning, and I feel like we're still at the beginning. Like I haven't even done a year of this. I haven't even done 6 months. Like we launched in January. This June 18th. We launched first weekend of January, but I feel like it's been years, but it hasn't. It hasn't even been 6 months. And yeah, there's a few brands that want to come on board, so I'm learning how to do all of that with the dynamic ads and how to bring those in. Because I learned about it, but I hadn't learned to do it because I thought, like we'll just make as many as we can. Eventually we'll do ads and all that stuff down the line. But then like I got these emails and they're like, are your ads baked in or are they DAI? And I was like, what the fuck is DAI? Then I had to go back and look at DAI and I was like, oh yeah, I did do that research before. And then now I'm like, oh, can I do it with my host? Blah, blah, blah. So I looked into all of that. Okay, that's how you do it. So baked in means that, like on this video right now, I could do an ad promotion. I could be like, hey, fam, Apple Podcasts, or that way. Apple Podcasts is the only way to listen to our podcast. That's not, by the way, but I'm just giving you an example. It's the only way to listen to our podcast. And if you feel like, the best podcast in the world, the biggest in the world, check this out. No, like just whatever. I'm just saying, like there would be a baked in ad because it's here. It's on this. It's in this audio, so it'll stay here forever, right? Unless I like down the line, like once I've uploaded it to things, it'll stay on this video, this episode forever. But then dynamic DAIs, dynamic ad insertion, you can make little pre-roll, mid-roll, or whatever. You can make little ads and then insert them into that dynamic ad thing, and then they go all over your past episodes. So if anybody goes back and listens to any of it, any of the stuff we've had before, all of that'll play through. So they'll hear the ads, and then if we align with that, if that deal runs out and then we roll into another deal, we can take that one out, that dynamic ad in, and put another one in, and it'll go over all of the episodes like that. I don't know if that fucking makes sense, but it makes sense in my head anyway. Sorry, fam. But yeah, so you'll probably hear a few of those soon. If you would wanna fucking go and check them out, we'll have some codes for people to use, and yeah, go check those out. If you don't like it and you're like, you're just doing ads, cuz you're just doing ads, you're trying to monetize this and that, bro. You know how many hours I've put into this fucking thing? This is like the 200 and well, it'll say 218, but I think I've recorded over 250 of these. There's still another 30 plus you haven't seen yet. That's like 300 hours worth of content. Like, that's 300 hours just on the recording side, let alone all the planning, all of the time and effort it takes into just getting the guest on, all the learnings, all the studying. Yeah. So I don't give a damn if you think, you're trying to monetize. I think if we have the opportunity and it aligns with us, we will. Because we put so much time, so much effort, so much energy. I don't do this for monetization. I do it because I fucking enjoy it. But a bonus of that is I put in so much fucking work that people want to jump on board, and so have the fam. They're all with us. So, yeah, if you want to support that, cool. If you want to unfollow because we start doing some ads here and there, fucking see you later, can't. Yeah. Go somewhere else where everything's for free. Don't get me wrong. We're still putting out this content for free for you to go on YouTube and watch me talk shit right now and watch any of our shows with Maddie, with Lex, with Stu, with Uncle P, and any other guests that get interviewed. And all then you can check all that shit out too, all for free. But it takes fucking heaps of time, effort, energy to create all this shit. So yeah, if we get a little bit of dollars to make it a bit better, then sweet ass. I think maybe we can get some fucking t-shirts, and because a lot of people have been asking for those and that. But yeah, those will come. It's just a part of the progression, and yeah, we'll see how we go though. I don't know exactly which ones we're gonna align with. I know there's a couple that definitely line up with our mission, and yeah, there'll be different shows that might be sponsored by different brands, and then there'll be different not just different shows, but there'll be different segments of each show that might be sponsored by different things as well. So if you don't know already and you've listened to this whole 26 minutes of me rambling, our podcast is a little bit different, where we have like multiple different shows. We're more like a podcast network. We have UBU with Dulce Liquor and I. That's a Monday thing. We have Empathy and Energy with myself, Maddie, where we break down quotes and stuff. That's coming back this week. I'm going to bring it back on Thursday. I think I'm going to make the weekends a bit more freer. We're going to bring it back on Thursdays. And yeah, they'll come out every Thursday, or we'll go live on the Thursday. We also have a review and preview show on Wednesdays. And then we also have a watch all the Warriors, all the New Zealand Warriors NRL games as well. Whenever those are on, we watch those every week too. So yeah, there's a lot of different shows, and then I interview heaps of people. Then a mate of mine, Apirana or Star, STXR Baker or AB, I think is STXR AB Star. We're starting a show starting next Tuesday. He wants to be a Hollywood actor, and I want to build the biggest podcast in the world with my squad, with the fam. And so we're just going to share our thoughts on how we think we get there. And we're going to do like a 12-week show and talk about greats and how they made it in different industries, that people that really appeal to us, a few trending topics. Yeah, so that's going to start next Tuesday. It will be like 12 weeks. There may be a few interviews on there too of people and how they made it. But yeah, so he wants to just lay out his idea and his plans for making it to Hollywood, and I'll outlay everything that I think will help us become the biggest podcast in the world. I'm excited about that, and I'll try free up the weekends so And you can sort of catch up on a little bit of admin work because I find it hard trying to mix it in between. I'll do it anyway, but catch up. And then also it's good to have a breather. Get out the house, go fill up the lungs with a bit of oxygen, even if it's got a bit of pollution in it, cuz. Anyway, I'm out of here. That'll do. 30 minutes of jargon. Appreciate you. Kids, how important are children? Yeah, how important are they? They're the most fucking important thing besides ourselves. I think we need to be remember ourselves, because without us, we don't have kids, and without us, they don't survive. So look after yourselves too. But yeah, a lot of shit that I got to work on as a parent and as a human being, and I'm actively trying to pursue that, trying to work on it now, and I hope to succeed. And whatever you're up to out there, hope you're keen as to keep checking out our content. And if you have, as the video state, hit the subscribe button. If you're listening audibly, go subscribe on YouTube. Follow us on all the platforms. Linktree in bio, Instagram, Facebook, all that stuff. Church. Big love, Mind the Mic. Thank you so much for watching this full episode of Mind the Mic. It takes a lot of time, energy, and effort to create these episodes. So to know that you've watched and listened to the entire thing means the world to myself and all our hosts. If you could, before you leave, please hit the subscribe button and share this episode out to as many people as possible. It would help us so much. Thank you again to everybody that's still here, still watching. Thank you for all your comments, all your shares, all the DMs. Appreciate you all. Make sure you follow us on every platform. Have an awesome morning. Have an awesome night, depending on where you are in the world. Mind the Mic out.
Oi, have you hit the link in bio yet?
Watch full episodes on YouTube or listen on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and all streaming platforms.